Today I'm asking the question, what is the essence of Jiu Jitsu? This is something that I've thought about a lot over the length of my Jiu Jitsu journey. And I heard Jiu Jitsu described recently. I can't remember who said it, but it was a phrase that described Jiu Jitsu in a way that really clarified for me what I've always felt Jiu Jitsu is about and what makes Jiu Jitsu very powerful. I'll get to that phrase in a minute, but to answer the question, what is the essence of Jiu Jitsu? Let's look at what separates Jiu Jitsu from other martial arts. So whether it's boxing, whether it's Muay Thai, wrestling, whatever it is, the way they're practiced most often is the accumulation of technique to impose on an opponent. So through the accumulation of technique, you make yourself stronger. Stronger, hopefully, than the person you face across the mat or in a dark alley or in the parking lot, wherever it happens to be. So it's the accumulation of that technique makes you stronger than your opponent. Jiu-Jitsu is different because it has, and I'm talking about the Jiu-Jitsu that was pioneered by the Gracie family, that specific style of Jiu-Jitsu that they pioneered. Jiu-Jitsu has a strategy, it has a system. So you have techniques. The techniques are the components of the overall strategy. The strategy is how you want to get to where you're going. The techniques are the bits that make up the strategy. They're the steps of the strategy. So most martial arts, the way they're practiced, the way they're applied, they focus mainly on the techniques. Jiu-Jitsu focuses on the strategy. So what is the strategy in Jiu-Jitsu? Generally, it's to get an opponent to the ground. Most people don't operate well on the ground, especially off their backs. Get past their legs. The legs are powerful. The legs are dangerous. The legs enable human beings to move dynamically, to move explosively. So you get them off their legs, get them off their feet, get past the legs, and now you get chest to chest. So what are you doing there? You're using your entire body to control the weak half of someone else's body, their upper body, not nearly as powerful or as dynamic as their legs. You eliminate the legs from the equation, and now it's much more easy for you using your entire body to control someone. This was discussed and explained beautifully by John Danaher in one of Joe Rogan's podcasts. But that is the essence of what Jiu-Jitsu is about strategically. So now, what was the phrase that really crystallized this whole process for me? So again, if you look at other martial arts, you accumulate technique to make yourself stronger than your opponent. Jiu-Jitsu is about applying strategy to make your opponent weaker. So you're placing yourself in a way that your opponent can't use their natural attributes, they can't attack you, where simultaneously you are able to use your natural attributes, your strength, and you can attack them at will. So we've already discussed passing getting someone off their feet, passing their guard, getting chest to chest. Where else can we see this? The most obvious example in Jiu-Jitsu is the guard. So you're using not just your legs, but you're using your entire body against the weaker half of a person's body, their upper body. You've eliminated their legs from the equation unless they get back to their feet. But the idea is you don't let them get back to their feet. So let's say you can keep them on their knees. Their legs and their lower body, the powerful part of their body, are eliminated from the equation. And you're using your legs and your upper body against their upper body. So you're placing yourself in a way that you can attack and use all of your strength against half of their strength, and very limited attacks on their part. So of course we can see where this comes in handy for older grapplers. If you can position yourself where you can use all of your attributes and all of your technique against a younger, stronger, faster, more aggressive opponent's limited physical attributes and limited ability to apply technique, you're going to be in a far better position to defeat them. or at least to stay competitive. Now, in jiu-jitsu, it's baked in. Generally, it's kind of baked into to what jiu-jitsu is. So we're all kind of doing this anyway. But the difference is, and the reason I'm posting this video, is because when you understand consciously what you're trying to do, it makes you that much more effective at doing the thing. When you make the unconscious conscious, you become far more effective. Whether that's in jiu-jitsu, whether that's work, whether that's relationships, whatever it is in life. When you make the unconscious conscious, it becomes far easier to apply your strategy. And in this case, your strategy is to find a way to make your opponent weaker. And whilst conversely, of course, you're getting stronger. So there you are, guys. We're heading into the weekend. Usually, for most of us, it's a time for open mats. So this is a great opportunity to play with this strategy, to play with this concept. Comment, like. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comment section. And until then, or until I see you next time, train well.